Sit down and talk with them. You'd be surprised the knowledge that they have. Just because they sit there and give you a blank stare does not mean that there is not a great deal of knowledge in that head of theirs.
That's true. That is so profound. As we go forward, we forget um, that these pearls of wisdom that
Yes,
our forefathers have given us are really foundational and helpful in day to day life.
amen.
When you hear sometimes you hear ladies say, well, my grandmother and my grandfather, they were married 60 some years, and they say they never let the sun go down on them mad,
Amen.
or just different little things that are so important.
Yes, ma'am.
I remember when the old people would say, don't lie. If you lie, you steal. You remember
Amen.
that? if you
Amen.
if you steal, you kill.
Amen.
They said that, and then you think about, well, you know what? You have little people, they start off lying, 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 and the
Yes.
next thing you know, they done lied about having a lot of stuff, and they out there trying to steal it.
Amen.
And the next thing you know, they in a showdown with somebody about some stuff, and they could end up killing somebody.
Right. And see, the other thing I look at, Sister Anthony,
Hmm.
we young people need to be taught that things in life are not free. You're getting that little quick dollar from what I call the man. But
Hmm.
when the day is gone, that wad of money belongs to him. You get what's left over as chump change. You're killing each other for something that doesn't belong to you. If you want to have something, come together as a group. Come up with some ideas how to put something together that can be a money making process for all of you instead of killing one another.
Yes, yes. And when you talk about us killing one another, it's really sad
Yes, ma'am.
because the disrespect, a lack of respect of life,
Yes, ma'am.
is really astonishing.
Amen.
You wonder how did we come to this?
Amen. Sister Ann, to be totally honest with you, like I told my daughter and I tell everybody, I said, sure, there are people that have been in my life that I wouldn't mind have taken their lives. But
Oh,
God did not give me the authority to do this. So
yes.
I have to leave that alone and let God. I got to bring it to the foot of the cross and ask Him to remove these thoughts from my mind and
Hmm.
take this thought away from me so
Yes.
that I don't get in trouble. Because I want to live, and I figure the individual that I want to remove wants to live also. So I just remove them out of my life.
Well, that's a very important thing. And
Yes,
I want to add something to that. Sometimes people just, you didn't even say anybody or anything like that, but sometimes people are they're so upset, so mad, so outdone with somebody that they figure that they have the right
amen.
to end that other person's life,
Amen.
and that's not the way it goes.
Amen.
God did not give us that job.
Amen. The Lord, I can't quote the scriptures, but victory is mine. Vengeance is mine. That's what I
Vengeance,
want to
yeah,
say,
yeah,
saith
yeah,
the Lord. So
yeah.
if He is going to take care of it, all I have to do is calm myself down, sit back, do the right thing and watch.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he takes care of it. The
Amen.
righteous will not be forsaken. And I do believe that.
Mm-hmm. I think you're 100% correct. And I thank you so much for calling in. We got a chance to uh, talk a little bit more. Let's
Yes,
talk
ma'am.
some more.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Every time that I can catch you, I even go back and I look at your old ones.
Oh,
Your
thank
ones that
you.
are pre-recorded. And I enjoy them also. But I don't always I want to call you, but I don't always do that.
I
But
know.
today, after
It's okay.
listening, I said, I was just, I was awestruck.
Oh.
So many major points were made today. But the thing of it is, if there's no background, whereas the youth's parents, I will say the young people's parents, did not listen to their elders. So they brought their children that came into the world, be it something enjoyable, be it what they used to call, my parents used to call it mistake,
Oh.
or be it incest, whatever it is that you brought this child into the world, you didn't have the background that was necessary
Mm.
to keep that child on the straight and narrow. The child got away from you into peer pressure, and the peer pressure is what has brought him down.
Mm.
I lost a brilliant little child, 37 years old, to that because he wouldn't snitch on the 28 people that they picked up in St. John the Baptist Parish. The Judge Malik, gave him 27 years.
Wow.
He
Woo.
served, I think it was 7 years and a half, and due to a church member of mine working for the judge that took his place, Miss Lorraine Cook, she told Danny Becknell's wife, said, look, this child is in there undeserving. Please take a look at that record, because it was a pinhead of something that, you hear what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
A pinhead they tried to process and said was a substance of cocaine.
Oh.
And the little leaves of green stuff that they found on him was turned out to be parsley.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, ma'am. But because he would not snitch on who he was working for, dealing for, and I couldn't stop him from doing that, but I couldn't let him stay with me.
Yeah.
I told him, you know what that is all about. You were taught in West Germany every drug that they had out there, because his father was a drug counselor 3 years before he retired. So he informed our children of every drug that was on the market in the United States so that they could be aware of it and stay away from it.
Mm-hmm.
But the young one, my oldest son, told me, well, his sister even said, he had such a brilliant mind, Sister Anthony. He would tell you he could do something, and if you gave him 48 hours, he would do it. And the thing about it was, my oldest son said, Mother, David brother was smarter than me. I said, yeah, that's why he thought he could take the drug and he could beat the drug.
Mm-hmm.
But he said every day was a constant battle, you know, with his mind and his body, trying to tell his body he doesn't need it, you know. So he died from an overdose of, they said it was heroin, and I died being a diabetic. But his wife had something to do with that, and God forbid, we have no association whatsoever. I don't wish anything bad on her, Sister Anthony, because when you dig one grave, you need to dig two.
That's
I'm
true.
not digging a grave for anybody else because I don't want to fall in my own. Okay?
I
So
understand.
I leave the grave digging to somebody else. But I do say, I know that God sits high, he looks low, and he's here walking on this earth, whether you believe me or not, now in more places than you know. And he is deciding right now what he's going to do with this world.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And we certainly need to stay in touch with the will of God.
Amen.
It's sometimes everything around us is so busy and just whizzing by, and we figure we'll get to it later. But we actually need to try to do our best to
Amen.
stay in the will of God every moment.
Amen.
I thank you so, so very much.
Yes, ma'am. And
Uh,
thank you for taking my call. I love you, Sister Anthony. May God grant all your wishes, and please continue. You and may I call her Sister Maida and
yes,
Sister Alicia
yes.
with you and the pastor. I didn't hear from him today, but the work that you all are doing eventually is going to get through to some of these young people. And I hope they take advantage of it. So no matter what negative words you hear, don't stop, please.
Oh,
And you stay safe. All of you, stay safe. Because we need you and the work that you do. And I'm going to let you go, and you have a pleasant weekend.
thank you so much, Sister Geraldine Watkins from St. James Parish.
St. John.
St. John. Look, I get those two saints messed up. All right. We God bless and keep you and your household, and may every need be met. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. You've been listening to Let's Talk Some More. Ms. Geraldine Watkins came in to give us a few words about the preceding program, and we thank God for her, and we encourage you to go out and make a difference in your community. God bless you and keep you is our prayer.